when I got there the night before the video shoot, I was told I'm not in any scene with her, which to me at the time, the way I was thinking about the video was totally different. I thought,
Not that it's surprising, but did you know that Jay-Z sabotaged a few of Sean Paul's performances to send a clear message of boundaries, because there were rumors going around that Sean was hooking up with Beyoncé, and this was after they were forced to shoot the music video of their hit Baby Boy separately. Well, Sean Paul himself opened up about the real reason why he stopped performing Baby Boy with Beyoncé, and whether there was any truth to the allegation that something juicy was happening between him and Beyoncé back in the day. So during an interview with Daily Beast, Sean Paul was asked about some of his favorite collaborations, and the first one he mentioned was the one with Busta Rhymes because he looked up to him. And according to Sean Paul, to be able to do 2 songs with him, Give Me the Light and Make It Clap, just felt like he was entering into a bigger club musically. He also said that Rihanna was another favorite, adding that back in the day when he was doing collabs with anybody, he would always have to go to where they were. But with Rihanna, he met her on tour and she was like, yo, I love Kingston. I want to go to Jamaica for Sean Paul. That was pretty special, and that's why he ranks the collaboration with Rihanna as one of his favorites now. When he was asked about the collab with Beyoncé, Sean said they really didn't hang out, but he always admired her music and her beauty. So when he heard Beyoncé was stepping out on her own and wanted him to do a single, he was like, hell yeah. He said that he thought it was going to be an R&B, but it ended up being dancehall, so that made him go off and even called the song a banging track. But Sean Paul noted that despite the song's massive success, he only got to perform the song with Beyoncé 3 times, something that actually bothered him, in fact, while talking about the dynamics. He was like, I had some people who were working with me for years, and they were like, boss, I'm now a fan of yours. I was like, no, but we had just 3 performances, and one was at Sunfest at the time. We were both on the Rock the Mic tour. This was 2003. She wasn't on it every day, but she would come on certain theats and do the song Crazy in Love with J Baby. I don't know who saw what during that first performance, but Sean said that the second time they were scheduled to perform together, things were just weird, and there was evident sabotage going on. What happened was that Sean was in LA doing his show, and then Ba was performing, and they told him to stick around because they would do Baby Boy together. So he runs out there, and the crowd goes wild. But after a while, it seems like he lost their energy. And to him, it was weird, because he was going wild out there when the song finished. He went backstage and his own band was all pissed off, like, man, that's effed up. You heard yourself. We couldn't hear you in a crowd. Your mic was off. Basically, somebody sabotaged Sean's performance by switching off his mic at the time. Sean didn't think much of it, because he thought it may have just been a glitch, but when it happened again, he knew for a fact that someone was out to sabotage him. They had another performance with Beyoncé in Scotland, and it was an MTV event, and they ended up doing the rehearsal, and everything was good, and the performance was going to be where Sean would go up from under the stage, and then they both walked to a big center thing in the middle of the stadium, which was surrounded by fire. That all happened as planned. But when the song reached his part and he was supposed to go, you're a top girl, the track kept going, baby boy you stay, baby boy you say, just repeating, and he was like, what's going on here? That right there proved to him that somebody was trying to sabotage him. Apparently after this performance is when Beyoncé confronted Sean to ask him about the dating rumors, because it was messing with her career, and Sean was just like, so listen, I met Jay before you and we was friends. So me and him should talk. If he feels way about that, then we should talk, because it's not coming from me. Get this, just so Bey's team made it clear that they would not be working with Sean. There was one more performance they were supposed to do at the VMAs, and Beyoncé told him that they were going to have rehearsal, but the day before the VMAs there was a press day, and in the middle of it Sean said that he heard somebody rehearsing Baby Boy. Then when they went to the label, they were like, yo, they're not gonna do the song with you, child. It was not just weird for him, but also hella embarrassing, considering he had to sit through the performance with his now wife and other celebrities who kept asking him why he was not up there. You know, for Sean, the worst part was that everything fell on him, and he was the one getting blamed while Beyoncé was still performing the song solo. And when he realized that there was a clear sabotage, he decided to just let it go. Remember, he had previously agreed on the 2 Life Crew action and the Burger Man radio show in Jamaica that Jay wasn't comfortable with their 2003 collaboration Baby Boy because he didn't like them spending time together, baby. I'm personally glad that he walked away, because we are talking about Jay here, and forgiveness is not one of his greatest strengths. Remember how Jay-Z did Carrie Hilson after she dissed Beyoncé? I mean, her career literally came to a standstill after dissing Beyoncé, and she really fought back tears when she opened up about her hiatus during an interview with psychic medium Reginald Lewis on a segment for Steve Harvey's daytime show.
It is kind of a comeback.
Yeah.
It is kind of a comeback. Because I hit rock bottom a few times.
Yeah. You had to.
Yeah.
You had to. And that's the thing.
And, I'm crawling back to walking in my purpose.
Have we also forgotten how Jay-Z did Foxy Brown dirty after he was done with her?
It was allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right, I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce.
I mean, Jay-Z also tried to sabotage Rihanna when he realized that her career was a threat to Beyoncé. In fact, there were allegations that Jay-Z went behind Rihanna's back and leaked her album and T.I. prematurely to help prop up his wife Beyoncé's formation. For those who may not be aware, Anti-leaked on Tidal earlier than it was expected to, which led to Rihanna releasing it herself, offering up free download codes for fans to hear the album without paying for it, and apparently Jay-Z did that intentionally. In addition, there's also how it's been said that Jay-Z was not a fan of Aaliyah because Beyoncé couldn't get on top.
They were having a hard time taking her solo. And then Aaliyah died.
Speaking of Aaliyah, Jay-Z is also the same person who tried to destroy Dame Dash just because he got a girl that he was eyeing hell. There are even allegations that he controls his own wife Beyoncé to keep her in check.
And the more drugs he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in a character.
No, girl. Not my beautiful Beyonce.
I tell you this right now. Y'all talking about free Britney. Y'all need to be doing a campaign that say free Beyonce.
The Beyonce is free.
She is a prisoner in a...
Oh, you think this man would sit around and watch Saint talk about how Beyoncé and Sean Paul looked good together? Ain't no way word on the street was even that Beyoncé said behind the scenes that Jay-Z felt threatened by Sean Paul's popularity and charisma. Allegedly, she said that Jay-Z did not want her to share the stage with another man, especially one who was already triggering rumors of an affair. Apparently, Jay-Z even accused her of having an affair with Sean Paul and demanded that she cut off all contact with him. Beyoncé also allegedly said that she tried to reassure Jay-Z that there was nothing going on between her and Sean Paul, but he did not believe her. He became very controlling and possessive, and even hired private investigators to follow her and Sean Paul around. Definitely sounds like something Jay would do, right? You know how I also suspected that Jay-Z may have been behind the sabotage? There was a time Bum was talking about his collaboration with Beyoncé, and he said that because B.A. was in skimpy clothes, Jay-Z gave an order that all the men be cleared out of the room. Bun B said, so they immediately come over to us and they kick all of us out to our dressing rooms, and we're told to stay there until we have to shoot. We're not allowed to watch Beyoncé dance anymore. He said that Beyoncé eventually went over to him to apologize and explained what happened, saying, I'm so sorry you guys had to leave the room, but Jay's not comfortable. I know the insecurity is insane. It's also sad that Sean Paul and Beyoncé didn't get to perform the song together as much as they should have. But what are your thoughts on Jay-Z seemingly sabotaging the effort and also possibly warning Sean Paul about boundaries behind the scenes? Drop those thoughts in the comment section below.